Hi guys, the holidays were upon us recently and a lot of people were sitting down with their family by, roasting chestnuts in the open fire, family and friends, loved ones, all that good stuff. I wasn't. I was at the movie theater, crowded, seeing Into the Woods. So guys, Into the Woods was the last movie I saw in 2014, and let me just tell you, it wasn't the worst movie I saw all year, but it wasn't the best either. It was a good movie. I can say with, all honesty, it like I said, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, it was just good. And the reason why it was just good was it was like, why did they make it? Like, Disney, you have so many musicals, you have so many interesting options. I've really liked Disney's live action stuff recently. The Saving Mr. Banks was fantastic, and so they just said, okay, this is a really popular Broadway musical. Let's go ahead and make it on screen, and let's just go ahead and cast Meryl Streep, cast Emily Blunt, cast Chris Pine, cast all these people, cast Anna Kendrick, who I absolutely adore if you don't know that, in these roles. So those of you who don't know, Into the Woods is a movie where they take all of fairy tales characters, your favorite fairy tale characters, and they put a new spin on them. They each want what they wanted in their original fairy tales, but the way they obtain those items or the way they go about their adventure is a little bit different, which was interesting enough to keep me engaged. I went to the theater and there were a lot of dudes there, which was really interesting because a lot of dudes don't go see musicals, so it's kind of like that whole, it was a great musical. Like, it had great music numbers. Like, the opening scene was fantastic. I loved the opening number. Out of the theater, I was just saying, I was just singing some of the songs and humming them and stuff. And it also helped that some of the songs reminded me of Phantom of the Opera, which is my favorite musical of all time. The actors, they did good. They did, some of them did fantastic, and then some of them did okay. Chris Pine, a lot of people are crapping on him. I think it's okay. I think he did an alright job with what he had. He was Prince Charming, the most two-dimensional character in all of fictitious writing. So that, and Anna Kendrick, always killing it. Meryl Streep was great as the witch. There had been a lot of Oscar talk about her performance. So it opens up, right? And you see the baker and the baker's wife. And they're singing the song. They're like, oh, we don't have any children. We want children, but we can't. We're barren for some reason. And Meryl Streep comes in and she's the witch, and she says, look, I cursed your house a long time ago for your father, talking to the baker, your father stole my magic beans out of my garden. And he says, oh, I'm so sorry. And she said, well, I cursed your house. I want to reverse it, but you have to go into the woods and bring me back 4 items 3 days from now, and I'll reverse the curse. If you can't do that, never have children. If you can, you have children right then and there. So they said, okay. So they set out on their quest. Jack sets out on his quest to sell his cow, like in Jack and the Beanstalk. Anna Kendrick as Cinderella sets out on her quest to go to the ball, and she has to go through the woods to get into the ball. Red Riding Hood, all these different fairy tale characters go out into the woods and they have crazy adventures. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Johnny Depp as the wolf. Oh man, Johnny, what are you doing, Johnny? Come on now. It's just, his makeup was so weird, and he's like the worst part of the movie, but he's only in it for so long, so that's kind of a good thing. And it's a, like I said, it's a good movie, and it's got it's engaging enough story, and its music is fantastic. Stephen Sondheim always writes good music. And so if your kids or your girlfriend or whoever says, I really want to go see Into the Woods, come with me, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go see it, just be like, okay, I'll see it. It's not the most entertaining thing of the year, but I have seen a lot of stinkers this year, and let me tell you, this ranks as a good but not great movie. If you say, Matt, what's your final thoughts on this? I say, it could have been worse. So guys, what did you think of Into the Woods? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What do you think of Meryl Streep? Do you think she should win the Best Actress Oscar this year? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.